it's beginning. The ICE deportations on illegals is starting. And this is what people expect. You know, people voted for Trump specifically for something like this to happen, right? Because there's a lot of emotional manipulation being used. Like, they would show you the video of the crying mother and child trying to cross the border. And if you're like, okay, well, we don't know who's coming across, illegals are coming across, and maybe criminals, some of them maybe criminals in their own state, in their own country coming over here. You would have the emotional individual come after you and attack you because they've 100% fallen for the emotional manipulation, and they're demanding you also fall for the emotional manipulation. So, and it's gotten to the point where, yeah, I mean, people are actively saying, get these people the fuck out of here. Hell, I even heard that the fucking hood is working with ICE agents to deport illegals. Like the fucking hood. Like the ghettos are working hand in hand with ICE agents. Because again, the hood is just about as much as a community as the Amish, as your community, as any other community. I'm not using the internet version of community, which is cringe. I'm using like the physical place in reality as community. You know, the stores, the schools, the shops, you know, the barber shop. Like, this is what I mean by community. There, the hood is community, is working hand in hand with ICE agents to get these people the fuck out of here. And it's not surprising. It's like, yeah, people in their community want to keep that community safe. So, let's get this along. We're doing Fox News because they seem to be the only ones not striking my fucking videos down. So let's give it a watch.
A Fox News exclusive. This is from Bill Malugin reporting on the ICE raids captured on video out in Boston. Let's show you that. Again, this is Bill Malugin with Fox News in this exclusive.
It's a frigid 5 degrees in the pre-dawn hours just outside of Boston, where this team of elite ICE officers is briefing on their targets for the day.
We're going to be targeting some extremely violent offenders today.
Within moments, the officers are on the move, with eyes on their first target.
Looks like we got movement, target vehicle coming out.
They quickly take him into custody. He's an MS-13 gang member wanted in El Salvador for aggravated murder. And he has an Interpol red notice out for his arrest.
We are targeting very violent threats to our community.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
17 criminal convictions in the past couple of years, and they just let him the fuck back out. Like, and again, you don't need many cases of these to prove the failure and the problem of the system. Like, a lot of people like to be like, oh, well, this is probably just a couple out of many. It's like, if you live in this community, you will absolutely be like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, you don't need a lot of these cases to prove that. Like, you only need a couple of very erroneous cases like this, and yeah, it makes sense to go after the very violent ones before, you know, going down the list.
Feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
ICE Boston quickly takes down its next targets, including this illegal alien from Brazil who has an Interpol red notice for armed robbery. This Salvadoran illegal alien charged locally with rape and released by a sanctuary jurisdiction.
Señor, ¿cómo se llama?
And this Dominican illegal alien charged with assault with a deadly weapon and heroin trafficking. Officers also arrested this Guatemalan MS-13 gang member facing gun charges. ICE says he was released from local custody just the day before. Their detainer request was...
Yeah, it's like, and how, you wonder how the fuck does this happen. It's like because corruption. Like, they tell the jurisdiction to let these people go, or they either bribe them or they threaten them, right? Like this is the thing that makes sense, right? I mean, maybe the bribery is above board, maybe it's below board, but you have these situations where I don't know if the jurisdiction itself is, or the precinct itself is doing this, but things are going behind the scene that allows people like these to run free in the community, get let the fuck back out despite being arrested.
Ignored because of sanctuary policies. And in a sign of shifting priorities with the new Trump administration, this man, who was in the same apartment as the target, was also arrested after ICE determined he's also in the U.S. illegally.
Oh yeah, like, so they arrest one person, and if they find out that anyone else is here illegally, they go after them. It's like AoE damage, right? It's the AoE effect. And it just makes sense.
This is what ICE calls collateral.
So you guys got your main target just now, but you got somebody else. What just happened?
So our main target was released by a sanctuary jurisdiction, not honoring a detainer. That person was released back into the community, and when we went to go find him, he's with somebody else who was previously removed from the United States. So he's going to go today too.
And that is exactly what Border Czar Tom Homan has warned would happen.
When we find the bad guy, he's probably with others that are in the United States illegally. They may not be a criminal priority, but we're not walking away from them.
ICE Boston says they...
Yeah, and that makes sense, right? Like, it's something that doesn't really require a lot of thinking or a lot of headspace. It's like, okay, maybe the illegal is stuck together. And again, there's a lot of manipulation being done because people like to lump illegals and legal immigrants together under the same, definition. And this is done as a tactic to muddy the argument and muddy what's actually happening. Like, yeah, I mean, they're clearly going after the very violent illegal immigrants.
They will continue to go into sanctuary jurisdictions and do their job.
Today was a good day. Today we took several significant public safety threats out of our communities. Unfortunately, a lot were released by sanctuary policies, but we're here to tell the Commonwealth and the rest of the country that we're going to find them whether they're released or not.
Right, again, Fox News' Bill Melugin with that report there and that ride-along with elite agents with ICE out in Boston. And I do want to show you just some reaction from this reporting. Vice President J.D. Vance saying an illegal alien with 17 criminal convictions really hates President Trump for sending him back to Haiti. He's grateful to Biden for letting him come here. I'm glad we're deporting him. Do you agree, or would you like him as your neighbor there? So Vice President J.D. Vance getting in on the report as well.
Yeah, I mean, and this is something that people absolutely want. Like, people voted for this, right? We're talking, the president won the most popular vote, like, Republican in the past 20 years. Because the fact of the matter is, people are just sick and tired of the emotional manipulation going on. Go back now and arrest the person that allowed them to go free. Like the jurisdiction. Yeah, that makes sense. The Asian gang member just got the Republicans more votes with that rant. Yeah. I'm not going back to Haiti. He was indeed going back to Haiti. The fact that they knew exactly who and where all these people were and didn't lift a finger in 4 years is insane. This was by design, yeah, and this is the sanctuary policies, right? The fact that a violation gang member was cursing Trump, thanks Biden and Obama during his arrest is really quite telling. Yeah, and you would think that, yeah, there's a reason why they let them in is to get the vote. Like, what they do is they get the illegals in, they allow them to vote, and they'll vote. You'd think that they'd vote for the politician, like have some allegiance towards the politician that had them in, but that only works if that system continues. Finally, a president who cares. Yeah, I mean, he cares about this issue. Saying you're not going back to Haley while ICE custody while in ICE custody is wild. Yeah, very. How can you have wanted murderers just chill in our community? What the fuck? Because nobody does anything about it, right? Nobody can. Like if the police officer tries to go after this, he will get in trouble. He will get threatened. He will probably have his life ruined. I mean, you would think that the police officer in the community would do his job, but if he's told not to do this, and he's just following orders, or hell, they probably don't even know what's happening. Like after they arrest them, they just go right back out. While they have for these people allowed to roam the streets because of the previous administration. I'm gonna use this as a title. But anyway, my dog needs to go out, and this is pretty short. That's all I gotta say about this. Peace.